The Knicks postgame show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. Josh Hart, 12 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists. His 8th triple-double of the season, tying the Knicks' single-season record set by Clyde Frazier back in 68-69. Skipping all the way to a 116-95 win over the Heat. Knicks sweeping a season series from Miami the first time since 92-93. Great to have you with us, Bill Pidto, along with Alan Hahn. So the Knicks come back from the West yesterday. They're down 12-0, and you're thinking, oh, no, and yet they end up winning this game by 21 points.
Look, this team has been a team that works and plays hard every game. So even early on, if things, don't go well for them, like actually in all 3 wins against Miami, they were down double digits in the first half to Miami. They have always found a way to just keep grinding, keep working. And Karl-Anthony Towns turned things in offense in that second quarter, and then the defense in that third quarter was a story. And that's why this was a blowout. That's why they were able to get the season sweep over their rivals, Miami Heat.
So second quarter, Knicks are down by 13 to Miami. Cat scores 15 in a row. They take the lead. They never look back, and they really poured it on in the third quarter, outscoring Miami 41-15 in the third quarter.
Yeah, and again, this was a lot of defense, a lot of points off turnovers, just a lot of activity by the Knicks, which their energy was so much better coming out in this third quarter, and that has been the difference for them in these games against Miami. And remember, that has been something that they have always tried to talk about, is making sure they're ready coming out of the gate, even with that delay that they had. But Mikal Bridges had 15 points in the quarter. It was also dominated by Josh Hart, who was all over the place. Something that you saw from Josh Hart. Look at the defense here. I think they had 2 24-second violations. There's Josh Hart throwing the ball. That was, look, yeah, the extra effort. That's what I loved about that. It was the fact that he was trying to throw a lob to Robinson, but then he saw it was going to be a turnover, and he just hustled to get that ball. The energy level, that was when he got the triple-double, little skip down the court. The energy level that Josh Hart played with in this game took everything to another level, and his offense picked up because of what he did on the boards and with passing the basketball.
41-15, tied for the biggest point differential for the Knicks in a quarter all year. And perhaps a key number there, Alan, 21 Miami turnovers led to 29 Knicks points.
That has been the story with this team. When they talk about what has changed defensively for the Knicks, you can talk about, and I said this in the pregame, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, their efforts on the wings have been very good. Adding Mitchell Robinson, that certainly has helped. But really it has been what they've done all season. They make you pay when you turn the ball over. High turnover teams are going to struggle against the Knicks because they get deflections, they get turnovers, they pounce on them, and then they get down the floor fast and they score on you, and it is demoralizing. They are 5th in the league in points off turnovers. That is an excellent stat for a team that technically all season long has been middle of the pack in defensive rating. So while maybe they're not shutting you down in half court, when you turn the ball over on them, they make you pay. And that's part of what has been a great offense. Even when you're struggling with your shooting, your defense can turn to offense and get your offense going.
All right, so that third quarter was obviously important, but take you back to the early stages of quarter number 2. Miami's up 31-18, and Cat reels off 15 straight. That's the biggest run for an individual Knick since the stat has been kept since 96-97.
I mean, this was special. Now, we're showing, again, to me, it's when Duncan Robinson ends up on him, like, are you kidding me? Dominate. Now, this is a walk-in 3. That's when he knew, right there. I asked him and he didn't tell me, but I knew that was the shot. He kind of knew. Then here's Duncan Robinson again. I'm going to dunk on you one more time. Now, you're going to give me space? You got to understand, I'm on a roll. I'm feeling it. Oh, you're going to give me space? Yeah, I'm going to hit 3. 2 dunks, 3 threes. In the span of that run, 4 minutes, the Heat didn't score. The only player on the court that scored was Karl-Anthony Towns. The whole game flipped. The Garden got going. The Knicks, who looked sluggish, suddenly had energy, all because of that run by him.
And credit to Josh Hart. Didn't score against Golden State. Had that little situation with Tom Thibodeau during a timeout against the Warriors. He was back on his game tonight. 8th triple-double of the season, again tying Clyde's single-season Knicks record.
Yeah, and again, what I said earlier holds true. He was dominating the glass early in this game. He wasn't shooting. He was not even comfortable shooting the ball in the first half. You saw him get a few open shots. But he knows, how do I impact the game? He actually said that after the game in Golden State. I've got to do better impacting the game or finding what I can do in the game to help the team. Energy, that's what you do. He hit that one off the glass. That shot there, I think, sort of got him going. Then he hits that
very
three.
uncomfortable early shooting the ball.
I'm telling you, Bill, you saw it. He hesitated a lot. I love this extra effort, and then the lob to Mitchell Robinson. But you're right. But once he saw that one off the glass go in, he hit that three, and then here's the one that gives him the triple-double, skipping down the court. But everything with Josh Hart was his defense, was him jumping on loose balls, on the rebounds as well. He was already all over the glass in the first half, passing the basketball, and little by little you saw rhythm and confidence come back into his game on the offensive side. That bank shot on the runner seemed to click inside him, and those next couple of shots he knocked down were comfortable. He hasn't looked that comfortable shooting the basketball since that Kings game when he knocked down 4.
Welcome back. The Knicks outscored the Heat 41-15 in the third quarter and end up winning 116-95. Back now from the Corner 3 presented by Michelob Ultra. Up next for the Knicks, they're at San Antonio on Wednesday, pregame at 7:30, game at 8. And then the next night, Thursday, they're at Charlotte. So a challenging road back-to-back. Time now to listen into the postgame comments from Knicks coach Tom Thibodeau. As always, presented by Chase.
Questions?
Did you see in that third quarter you guys outscored 41-15?
Yeah, I thought, obviously we started the game slowly, and then I thought our bench gave us a good lift to get out of the hole. And then the way we played in the third quarter, a lot of energy. I thought the defense was terrific. I thought Mitch was a huge factor. And then the unselfishness. I thought Mikal had a huge game for us. Josh was, a monster. So we had a lot of guys step up, and it was a tough game coming off the West Coast and to be ready to go. But I thought our team responded well.
Cat kind of went on that heater in the second quarter.
Yeah.
I feel like it gave the team a little bit of juice.
Yeah, because I think we were down 10-12, and then he gave us life, and it got sparked by a couple hustle plays. OG made a couple of really big plays defensively, and sort of got us going. We got some easy baskets in transition, and then we went from there.
Coach, can you expound on Mitch? It seems like his activity and he's getting his timing back.
Yeah, he's such a huge factor, and particularly like when you have him and Cat out there together, you got 2 7-footers, and then when OG's on the front line with them also, you're just so long, and the basket's protected. But I think the rim protection, his ability to get out on the perimeter, defend pick and rolls, challenge shots, cover a lot of ground, and make a second and third effort to, be up on a pick and roll and then still get back to rebound and change shots. So you see him more and more multiple effort plays from him. I think his timing is coming around, so he's moving great, and he feels great.
Tom, you just mentioned those Cat Mitch minutes. What have you seen from those two together?
Yeah, I think the impact on the defense, because when you have 2 7-footers out there, if you get by one, you got another one waiting at the rim, and so that I think that has a huge impact on the game. And then OG's uniqueness in the sense that it gives you another really long, athletic guy that, and you could put him. He guarded Bam, he guarded everyone, and they're a hard team to guard. So. I was very pleased with that third quarter. It was terrific.
Tom, are you seeing your perimeter defenders a little more aggressive with mission of pain?
I think that's who Deuce is. I thought Cam gave us a big spark too. I think his ball pressure and his hustle was, the thing that you love about Cam is he's the same every day. He's just got great energy. When things are, you're in a lull, he's a spark. He's a catalyst, and so he gave us a big lift.
You guys have been turning teams over a lot since Deuce came in the lineup, and obviously that's just natural with the way he plays. But are you guys doing anything different, or do you think it's just a product?
No, I just think guys are getting, OG's applying a lot of pressure. Mitch is great at applying pressure, so I think when you do that and you play with the thing is you want to play with a physicality, but you want it to be intelligent. You don't want to recklessly foul. So I think the body position and physicality, but to have the controlled discipline to not foul, but play physical. And I think that's what we're doing now.
Monica McNutt joins us, helped call the game on ESPN New York. As always, a radio broadcast. What do you think? Down 12-0. We're in here watching. We're saying, forget it. Of course, we were wrong. It's got to be a very happy coach. Schedule has been very challenging. For them to bounce back after that kind of start, very impressive.
Pidto, I need you to be better about riding the wave. 12-0 was what, 4 minutes into the ballgame?
Yeah, but then it was 31-18.
No, you're right. They had, and then, now what I will say is on our broadcast call, or our radio call, I literally said to Tyler, this is the type of the game that Karl Anthony Towns could go score in the paint consistently and bring the team back into this ball game on his own. And that's what happened. But credit the rest of the team in terms of holding the line defensively. And a lot of that, to me, does have to do with the return of Mitchell Robinson, who crosses that 20-minute mark for the first time since he's been back on the floor. 10 points, 9 rebounds from him. And I have been encouraged with the way that he has come back. There was a point Saturday night in Golden State where he looked run down, but tonight I thought he had a lot of energy. He's still quick twitch. He's getting up off the ground to get rebounds. He's using his length to block shots and to get in passing lanes. His timing has been great. It was good to see him scoring around the rim, and he's staying off the floor. That was one thing that kind of haunted him when he first got going as a New York Knick, but it's good to see him playing with so much confidence. And the one play that I loved, I don't know if we got it in the roll or not, was when Josh Hart tried to throw the lob, turned the ball over, Josh gets the steal back, and then found Mitch again. He didn't have to do that, but I think, again, feeding your big man, helping him to build his confidence, because he's going to be an important part to what this team does the rest of the stretch.
In the pregame, we talked about the Knicks' improved defense. We saw another game in which they held a team under 100 points. How much is Mitchell Robinson's return had to do with that?
He's an anchor on your back line, right? And tonight, I don't remember, let's see, off the top, how many blocks did he have? He had 2 blocks tonight. You got 2 blocks from OG Anunoby as well. One from, who is this? Dadier, and 1 from Hart and Towns each. So I think his ability, we talk so much about the pick and roll, which so many teams use. And we didn't see it a ton tonight from Miami. Excuse me, but when he was switched on to what's my guy? Bam Adebayo. When he was switched on to Bam Adebayo, when he had to guard Kel'el Ware, he can hold his own, and he's decent enough in space. One of those block shots was against a guard pulling up for a short jumper, and so he just gives you so much confidence. But beyond that, finishing a possession with a defensive rebound is closing the defensive attempt, right? And that is where Mitchell Robinson can be so great on the glass, both offensive boards and defensive boards.
A great game from Mikal Bridges. 10 of 14, had 10 in the first quarter. He had his own run of consecutive points, 9 straight in that third quarter. He was fantastic.
Yeah, he was great. And we actually asked him post-game about what's going on. He's very mindful to be complimentary of the confidence that his teammates have given him. But I asked him, I get that, Mikal, but what have you sort of figured out at this point in the season? And he said, I'm just trying to play the right way and trying to play with confidence. And so it's a lot of cerebral basketball from him. And one of the quotes that sticks with me from this season, Pidto, is early in the year, asking Jalen Brunson, when is Mikal Bridges at his best? And without missing a beat, Brunson's answer was when he doesn't have to think. And I think we're starting to see that cerebral basketball from Mikal Bridges, getting to spots, shooting the ball with confidence, efficient with his dribble, and we know how lethal he can be in the mid-range. But in addition to his offense, I think, again, we talked about this entire unit. There's a commitment defensively that, frankly, had not been there until this point in the season.
And speaking of the defense, 21 turnovers forced, leading to 29 Knicks points. One of the key stats of the game.
Yeah, and then they hold this team under 100 points. I mean, we talked about a pregame. They were up from 18 to 14 in defensive efficiency. You keep holding teams under 100 points, you're going to continue to climb in those rankings, right? And I love what Coach Tom Thibodeau just said in his press conference. A lot of the defensive conversation, and rightfully so, is around Anunoby. It's around Bridges. It has to do with Robinson. But Deuce McBride's pressure on the ball should not be ignored. I mean, when he's on the floor, coming into tonight's game, the Knicks were holding teams to under a point per 100 possessions. And so the impact as a collective, right? I had a coach that used to say, you can smack somebody with your hand on 5 fingers, all 5 starters, so to speak, hypothetically. But when you ball it up, you can strike a mighty blow. And I think, to me, we were watching this team play defense like this through the course of the season, and now they've kind of drawn in and closed the ranks, so to speak, and now they're punching teams in the mouth with their defense. You got it.
I'm ready to play for Georgetown. Am I ready to play for Georgetown?
I don't know about that.
Can I get a scholarship? It's too late.
Yeah, you passed your prime. You're great in what you do.
Great to see you, as always.
Thanks, Peter.
Knicks back on the road. It's Garden Dreams fundraiser night. Wednesday night, Knicks in San Antonio. We got the pregame at 7:30 and the game at 8. Knicks beat Miami tonight. A triple-double again for Josh Hart. Here he is after the game with Alan Hahn.
it's often said to get yourself going offensively, focus on the defensive end. Is that what got going for you in this game?
For me, nah, man. For me, it's just energy, and just playing my game. I don't think anything that I was doing the last several games was wrong. There's just highs and lows of the season, and today I got going, rebounding the ball, and getting out in transition and getting guys involved, and then the points trickled in.
There was a runner that you hit off the glass. It seemed to be the one that almost like took the lid off the rim for you, because you shot with great confidence the 2 threes after that. Was that a shot that just suddenly got you into rhythm?
No, I just think that those 2 threes were different for me just because they were off the bounce. And normally for me, when I'm dribbling and I go take a shot off the dribble, it forces me to kind of get low and use my legs a little bit more. And for the catch and shoot ones, I got to be more of a disciplined shooter. A lot of times they're short, and I'm not using my legs on falling out of it. But when I use that bounce, it helps me, kind of causes my body to be in all symmetry. Symmetry? Symmetrical. Yeah, balance. It just causes my body to be, symmetrical, and it's a little bit smoother.
How about tying Clyde now for the franchise record? It seemed like you might have known it when you hit that 3 to put you at double digits in points. The fact that you went over to Clyde after the game, what was the significance of that?
No, it's cool. Y'all know me. Y'all see me play. My playing style is very sporadic. You never know what you're going to get. So for me to, be in the same sentence or be tied at a record like that, man, there's nothing but a blessing from God. When I step away from this game, I'm not going to be really in that many record books. And I'm fine with that. Once I'm done with this game, I'm done with this game. But it's just a blessing, from him and my teammates.
Mitch said it felt
So Josh Hart tying Clyde Frazier for most triple-doubles in a single season, and you also had Mitchell Robinson season highs in terms of minutes played at 23:44, season high 10 points, season high 10 rebounds. Here he is now with Alan Hahn.
What is it like when you're out there with Towns, and how much, are you starting to figure out where to go with him out there?
Yeah, learn position and stuff like that. So the plays, so we know what to do, just go out there and hoop.
The impact that you want to bring when you come into a game is what?
High energy, block shots, defend, usually stuff that I normally do.
Do you feel like your rim protection gives the perimeter guards or perimeter defenders the confidence to be more aggressive out there, knowing that you got their back at the rim?
Yeah, getting them legs back.
Yeah, is that something you guys talk about or at all?
Nah, it's something we just got to build. I missed 10 months, so coming back, I think this is game 7 back. Yeah, so we just got to build trust.
You think Chiefs slow start, obviously you guys
just the energy. After the first time out, we talked it and just went back out there and got it going.
Did you ever see someone score 15 straight in the quarter like that tonight?
Nah, that shit was epic.
How important is it to be able to come back from this long road trip and have a win like you did tonight?
It felt great. We was out there for 11, 12 days, something like that. Yeah, so coming home and getting the win, so feels great.
Back on the road starting Wednesday, and then a game at Charlotte on Thursday. Cat 23, 15 in a row at one point in the second quarter. Back after this. So we have Guarded Dreams fundraiser night on Wednesday with the Knicks at the Spurs. Pre-game at 7:30, game at 8. Then the Knicks are at Charlotte on Thursday, back home for the Wizards on Saturday. 2 home games next week, and then they're at Milwaukee a week from Friday. We will be back with more after this. Wrapping up with the postgame show, we'll see you on Wednesday night. The Knicks in San Antonio to take on the Spurs. Pre-game 7:30, game at 8. Again, it's our Garden of Dreams fundraiser night, so a big night for all of us. You can also stream our coverage on MSG Plus now on the Gotham Sports app. Want more than just a postgame show? Link your eligible TV subscription to stream Knicks games free or subscribe today in the Gotham Sports app. Just go to gothamsports.tv to learn more.